It's been a while since I made a video talking about the Air Force, and that's because I feel like I've been there, done that, I've talked about it. And I've been out of the Air Force for 2 years happily, and there's a lot of good content and YouTubers out there that are giving you current Air Force information. Like I said, I feel like I've talked about enlistment in the Air Force, officer, temporary duties, whatever you can think of, the opportunities in the Air Force. Don't get me wrong, I loved doing that. It's just that I've moved on from the Air Force, the uniform side, and my current job, even though I still work for the Air Force, it is in a different role. I had lunch just a few days ago with Ryan, my wife, and a young guy by the name of Ryan, a new friend now that we met through YouTube, and he reached out to me last year talking about the Air Force, and he is leaving for the Air Force shortly. So we had lunch with them and wished them well. Of course, we'll be in contact. Today I was helping an airman here at work, and we walked down the hall because he needed assistance with something, and we went to another office, and I ran into a good friend of mine who I used to work with, and he's still in uniform. So my connections with the Air Force are never going to leave me. But here is my life after the Air Force, 2 years, 2 months, or 2 years, 3 months since I've been retired. I really like the life after the Air Force, and I enjoyed my life during the Air Force to the max, 21 years, 6 months. But I'm enjoying the next chapter of my life, which is life after the Air Force. It just so happens that I work for the Air Force, like I said, and if it was up to me, I wouldn't mind doing something completely different outside of the military. But I'm already committed to my second pension that I'll have down the road in 8 years and 4 months, which is when I leave the workforce at the age of 57. Life after the Air Force has been good, and 2020, this year, for everybody worldwide, has been an interesting and very different year because of COVID. But do I miss the Air Force? And I've talked about this before. No, and the answer is because I maximized my time in the Air Force, and I'm older as well. When I say that, my body sometimes aches. So it's one of those things that did it, been there, done that, and I don't look back and think of what could have been, because I don't like to live life in the past. But my time in the Air Force was great. I got to meet great people, work good missions, travel, and I still like to travel right now. In fact, if I could, I would take my wife to Jamaica in 2020, this year. Next year, we're going to celebrate our 25th year of marriage. And the plan is, of course, you can have a plan, but sometimes life happens, just like 2020, is to go to Greece. That's where she wants to go. And if we're going to go to Greece, then on the way back, I want to go to Spain. And that's the plan. We'll see when that happens with everything that's going on. That travel is very important. My son and his wife are going to have their second child in 3 weeks, and we're excited about that. They're going to have a baby boy. They already have a baby girl. And my daughter is in transition, graduated college just a few months ago, and we are enjoying life. At least I'm enjoying life after the Air Force. I've been very busy doing a lot of things, and which is why I've kind of slowed down on this channel. So I wanted to give you an update. It's still very important to me. I still answer questions, but I'm busy living life as well. And that's a good thing, because I really like to do whatever it is that I'm doing. Sometimes it's working on the property at home, sometimes it's traveling, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's going to thrift shops, sometimes it is doing exercise, taking care of myself, because I have to do that. And one of the things that I did today is I signed up to facilitate for the Air Force a resiliency class, because I haven't done that in a while. I've been busy with my job and making adjustments with COVID, working from home, working here at work, that I put resiliency, as far as teaching those classes, at the bottom of the list and not even doing it. And something said, you know what, the email came in, there's opportunities for me to do that. I'm going to do it next week, and we'll see how that goes. Life after the Air Force has been great, and I'm looking for a new job working for the Air Force, or at least a new program in 2021. I've been doing transition, helping service members of all branches and ranks leave the military, and I've enjoyed that a lot. There's nothing else that I want to do, but in June of 2021, it will be 3 years that I've been doing this job, and I need to find either a new job or a new program to do, whether it's finances, Air Force aid, relocation, things like that. I need to do something different, and I want to be challenged, and I'm not challenged right now. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I can do my job with my eyes closed, and I still get a lot of satisfaction. I wanted to give you just a quick update on how it's been for me. Life after the Air Force, it's sweet. I'm enjoying it. Hope you're doing well. Take care.